All right, what's up, YouTube? It's your main man, AB Hero, back again with another video. Hopefully, this works a little bit better. I try to use a StreamYard, like I said, man. StreamYard acting a little bonaniocho. All right, let's see. Here we go. All right, bam, we got it. All right. Let's do this. I appreciate y'all coming through. This is a quick video, quick live stream. I want to talk about this Floyd Mayweather Logan Paul fight from last night. We did a live stream during the fight, man. It's one of the funnest things that I have done in a long time, man. It was a lot. I was literally really trying to watch the fight, right? But it really got to a place where I couldn't even get on it anymore because Showtime was shutting down, and I was trying to buy the fight, but I wasn't. So all of that stuff. So I ended up trying to have to maneuver around and figure out how to watch the fight. You know what I'm saying, in my own little way, which ended up being cool. I was able to catch most of it, and then like most people, once the fight is over, it's easier to like actually get to find it once it's over. So I was able to do that. So that was cool. But I'm trying to set this up, man. Sometimes YouTube, when you're trying to do it quick, it don't let you get stuff done fast. So you gotta like jump the live off, which sucks because it's supposed to be a short live. All right, here we go. So first off, the fight stream last night was dope, man. I appreciate everybody who came through. I appreciate if you subbed. I appreciate if you just hit the like button. I appreciate if you thumbed it down or whatever. First about that, man, let me do the fight recap first. Then I'll get into my thoughts on the whole hoopla around the whole situation. I think that the fight to me was entertaining, right? I think that I've heard so many people about, as they talk about the fight afterwards, folks was expecting like kind of more of a bit of a circus, right? They were expecting it to be crazy, like Floyd come out there in 30, like a lot of the other Jake Paul fights, right? The fight with Ben Askren, in the first 6 seconds, bam, Ben Askren is knocked out. You know what I'm saying, or whatever, in the first 18 rounds. The fight with Nate Robinson flipping all over the court. Folks was expecting that to happen last night, and it didn't happen, right? And I think that what makes this fight a much better fight than those is because it is such an odd pairing, right? In no other way would a Logan Paul, who is a 0-1, be able to fight a master boxer like Floyd Mayweather, unless he is 6 inches taller and then 30 pounds heavier, maybe 40 pounds heavier, maybe 50 pounds heavier, but then also like 20 years younger. That's the only reason why this fight makes sense, is because it becomes inherently risky for Floyd, because it's like, yo, if you get hit, like the video just if you get hit, then if you get hit, you could potentially get knocked out, right? And then it's like the whole thing where I'm listening to people talk about the Floyd fight, and then their whole vibe is Logan won because let me see this. Salute to the channel. What's up, FIF Sports Debate, man? I appreciate you coming through. Let me say this, bro. I appreciate you. It is so funny to me. Who is this? Faith Obun, who says, let's see, you just want views. Anybody on YouTube is making videos for views. That's the point. You making videos for, hopefully, first of all, you appreciate and you love the content and you have fun doing it, which I had a ton of time and fun doing last night, right? I think that what's so funny to me is that there's so many people who joined my live stream yesterday who pretend like they care about something, when everybody knows that if you stream a fight on YouTube, you'll get a copyright strike, you'll get a claim, they'll shut your whole channel down. So when people hop on there and then they start acting like I'm supposed to give up my channel so you can watch a fight that if you pay $50, you could go watch it for free. But if you come to my channel, then I assume that you come to hear me talk. So when you come and you thinking that it's something else and you're not here for me, then to me, that feels like that's a you situation, not a me situation. I enjoyed the content last night. I was upset as well because I was trying to buy the fight and I couldn't. And I think that that's what it is. And I think that it is a federal crime to pirate a fight. So if you came here to pirate a fight, you trying to accessorize me into some stuff. And so what I care about is me entertaining myself. And I had a hell of a good time entertaining myself last night, which is also one of the things that when folks talk about winners and losers to that fight, they say Logan won because he lasted the whole time. Somebody say they both won because they made so much money. Floyd won because he outboxed him, all of this stuff. And I think that from a cultural standpoint, how big of an event that last night, I've been on YouTube for a long time. Last night, I had 10,000 people in the stream with me at one time. 10,000 people. Over 750,000 people came through the channel last night to try to find this fight and not pay for it. So it's also crazy to think about how much money they could make if everybody was like really trying to do the right thing and pay for this fight. So it also, so the spectacle of it all to me was really dope and was interesting to see because people were passionate. People were literally came here and was like, yo, let me see what he's supposed to talk. All right, let me see. Yesterday boxing match was a lot more interesting than the current NBA player. I think that it did pull up some of that stuff. Let me see. This is sports platform. You want him to talk about cricket or something? That's what I'm saying, man. Bro, I don't know if you. First of all, last night was a night to do a live stream. F Sports Debate, Lamont. Everybody named Mama was looking for that fight last night, and I'm talking about we probably did about 750,000, almost 80,000 views last night, which is crazy. It's one of like the biggest videos that I have done up until that point. So I was hype on it. It really like tickled me how many people were like really trying to do whatever to not have to pay that money to watch this fight when you could literally wait until the fight was over and then get it everywhere, right? If you really wanted it. So that was that. I say all of this to say the spectacle behind the whole thing was interesting. It was something that like, even if the fight wasn't as like electrifying as it was, everything that comes out of it was, right? I think that what we did miss is we didn't get the like classic meme after the Nate Robinson fight. Twitter was blown up with memes and all of that stuff. So we missed. I didn't want to risk finessing it. I did, bro. I did because I was bored, to be honest, and I couldn't find the fight. So it was just a funny situation. But there was so many people on the internet who was looking for this fight, and while it for some people it felt like a finesse. I really wanted to do a live call-in show, but I couldn't do that because there was so many people, and you know how that is. Once you get all of them people in there, the trolls start coming. So trying to invite people in there, I just paid the 50. I tried to pay the 50, but when I got on, the website was down. And then so I really wanted to watch some of the undercard as well. Chad Ochocinco was fighting, but I didn't want to pay the 50 just to watch the Mayweather fight. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to, if I'm going to do it, I want to see some good boxing as well. However, and I say good boxing, I think that the sport of boxing should also realize that a lot of the things that all of the purists hold near and dear to the sport, like last night proved that people don't really care about that. As many people were clamoring to watch this fight with a guy who was 0-1 fighting a guy 50-0, but 44 years old, ain't fought in 2, 3, 4 years. To me, like, is just, if you are boxing purist or something like that, then you should really be feeling like let me see that. I gotta put my man in timeout. But if you are a boxing purist or a boxer, you should really feel like you just got a master class on how to sell your next fight. You got to bring the hoopla with it. It's not, people don't care if you could be the most technically sound guy ever. It's the same reason why Adrian Broner can still get a fight tomorrow. People know he's not gonna let his hands go, but he might be able to market that fight. Folks, nobody expected that fight to even be I don't even want to say as good, but nobody expected that fight to be as much of a fight as it was, but people still tuned in because the hoopla and the spectacle was there. It's the same thing when Floyd talked about he was happy about fighting Conor McGregor because now he knows he don't have to carry all the promotion of the fight. Conor gonna talk that talk and they gonna make it a whole thing. Let me see. So I feel like that was dope. That was interesting. But man, the damn YouTube thing, man, messed me up earlier because I wasn't trying to do it. This video is supposed to only be like 10 minutes long, but I didn't really get into what I wanted to get into. But so I think that it was dope. I felt like for me, if I would have been able to spend the money, it would have been the money's worth. I think that Floyd went into that fight thinking like, okay, we finna put on a show. We finna just let our hands go. And Logan Paul went into that fight thinking like, I'm gonna try to box him. I'm gonna really be a boxer with this one. And he created a situation in which Floyd had to get on an offensive side. Floyd had to like try to make it entertaining, right? I think Floyd thought that because you're bigger and this is the inexperience of a Logan Paul. A bigger boxer in that situation would be trying to bully Floyd around, which Logan Paul kind of tried to do a little bit in that first round. He started wailing and doing all of that stuff, but he should have just kept it going. Even though I believe that they had to pull him back because he was just doing way too much and Floyd was letting it happen. But I think that was that. Let me see. The sport of boxing has been dead for a while. Fights take forever to happen. The overall interest has gone down. The exhibition fights are good for the sport. I think they're great for the sport as well because, like you said, the fights that people want to see, the purists and all of that stuff they want to see, they're not making them, right? It's too much. It's too much incentive on of like the longevity of a career, and really what happens is you're not going to make the money that you should make from that fight. Floyd talking about this all the time. These exhibition fights, these dudes potentially are making more than some of your top ranked boxers are from being a part of these fights. And so if the promotion was there, if these guys had different contracts and their own promotional networks like Floyd did, they would be more incentivized to make the big fight. Bottom of the 7. Okay. It'd make the big fight because they'd be getting the bag. So it'd be worth risking it all. But you got to wait 30, 40 fights and build up a bag before you start taking risks and all of that jazz. But, man, I'm going to come back, man. We're going to have to jump on here a little bit later, man. I got to go get dinner and all that stuff, man. YouTube and all. Man, I appreciate y'all, boy. Last night was so fun, man. It was a real trill time, man. Great time. All right, we're going to hop off here and end this bad boy stream. It's your main man, AB the Hero. We'll be back with some more. It's almost like Street Fighter Tekken game with small guy versus bigger guy. That's exactly what it was. Old school Kimbo Slice backyard fights type of fights. What people want to see, but in the ring, not a Billy Ball's backyard. Exactly. Folks, this is something that I learned from last night. People want to see carnage. People want to see that everybody throwing their hands go, somebody getting knocked out. That's why the Jake Paul thing was so exciting because he laid Nate Robinson out. People want to see the carnage. People clamor for that stuff so much, bro. Us as a society is so weird. Like legitimately, I have never seen so many people upset that their access to stealing a fight to like, because at the end of the day, pirating is pirating, right? And so, which obviously at some point we all have done that. You know what I'm saying? Some of us gonna drop the bread, you know what I'm saying? Some of us not. But there are so many people who like, as they're trying to scam, are upset because they feel like they're getting scammed and really hype. Like, oh my God, you clickbaiting. As they trying to steal a fight, as I'm trying to work the system and beat the system, I'm upset because I don't know, it was wild. But who won? Floyd won the fight. I don't co-sign the whole idea that because your boy Logan made it the whole time. It was he somehow got a W. I don't think so. But all right, I'm gonna get out of here. Peace.